YouTube, what's up? All right, let's get at it. This is all stuff that I found at the show yesterday. I didn't even go today. I did so good yesterday that this one I already have loose, so I'm going to keep it on the card. The rest of these I'm just going to kind of crack open as we go. This is a Matchbox 1955 GMC Scenic Cruiser, the wheel variation. There's going to be a lot of good stuff at the end of this video, so just bear with me. This is a older, circa 2005. I have this casting in silver, but I like this casting. This one's a little bit better. Nice civilian model H3 in black. Headlight and taillight detail. It's pretty dope. Let's see what else we got here. Circa 2009 ZR1 Corvette. I have this casting, but this is by far the nicest civilian deco. I don't even know if I have a civilian deco of this, honestly. So that is pretty cool. There's a recolor of the 59 Chevy wagon. Originally came out in red. This one is blue. Don't really do recolors, but whatever. This is a Maisto Chevy Avalanche. Circa 2001. Wow. Didn't realize it was that old. It looks a lot better. It looks a lot better than the Matchbox casting. But maybe not. I don't know. There's less plastic in it, that's for sure. Like the rocker panels on this are metal. On the Matchbox, that's all plastic. But all that flat black is all metal on this one. And it actually has some decent wheels for a Matchbox. Or for a Maisto, rather. Maisto usually has the worst wheels. So there's that. Nice Avalanche. There's a Tahoe Matchbox Premier Collection, Military Collection. Oh, circa 1998. Wow. So there was a Humvee, there was an Abrams A1M1 tank, a Bradley M2, and a Chevy Tahoe. The guy that I bought this from had a whole bunch of Tahoes. Mostly Johnny Lightning, some of which we're going to be looking at later on in the video here. So this one is pretty awesome, actually. I actually like it quite a bit. It's got the satin olive military police, the light bar. The detail on it's pretty on point, though, for, you know, for 1998. Outside of Johnny Lightning, this probably would have been one of the more detailed cars out. Look at that front end. Rubber tires. That's a pretty cool piece there. I like it. Okay. I feel better about this. I took, you know, so first of all, I want to thank everybody that bought stuff from me last night. You guys all helped fund my trip to the Toy Pimps today. And I got some amazing stuff. There's going to be a lot of videos coming out with some really cool, super high-end stuff. But anyways, when I went over there, I showed him this, and at first glance, he's like, oh yeah, that's a Toyota Previa or Sienna or something. So he thought the same thing I did, but then when you look at the grill, it's Dodge Caravan all the way. This is a Soldier Bear Street Machine. I don't even know if there's a copyright date on the back. I don't see one, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time, but I would say early 2000s would be my guess. It's super cheap. It's going to be one of those made in China cars for sure, where the base just says made in China. Sure enough. Number, it says NO829, made in China. But it's a pretty cool little minivan, minus those dumb graphics. So I thought it was a Toyota. I thought it would be a perfect van for the Oddball Toyota collection. But that front grille just screams Dodge Caravan. So I have to go with that. And that interior, it doesn't have a dash, but the seats are actually nicely detailed. Interesting little piece. Now, a nice minivan. This thing here is sweet. A couple people DM'd me wanting it, but I bought this for my personal collection because these are the type of mainline Hot Wheels that I like to get. Licensed model civilian deco. This is circa 1997. They didn't have, in my opinion, Hot Wheels didn't have a lot of nice stuff in 97 in regards to licensed model civilian deco. But this Lumina for sure is decent. A really interesting minivan. I remember growing up in Colorado, these were known as the whale vans, killer whale, or like, I don't know. They just look so weird. This whole front piece is all plastic. So, I don't know. I like the fact that it's a clean civilian look. This is that stupid UN truck. I had to buy it though. I hate the UN. I'm anti-UN. I don't believe in the UN. I don't believe that they should exist. But this, you know, you don't see stuff with UN livery very often. And I still can't tell, even out of the package, if it's a Tundra or an F-150. It's unlicensed, and it looks like a hybrid between F-150 and Tundra, because those taillights are F-150, but the side looks Tundra, and the front, to me, looks Tundra. It feels pretty good, though. It's a lot heavier than I thought it would be. So, pretty cool pickup. It would definitely make a good custom. And I found that at a gas station on the way to the toy show. Okay, for my personal collection, don't have this casting in my collection. This is a nice one. Circa 1997. This is the Thunder Roller with the black walls. It's a nice, heavy casting, and it's got a beautiful paint job on it. Beautiful color. That's a cool truck there. I gotta start moving these. Moving them up out the way. All right. I have yet to find this one out in the wild, so I'm pretty happy to have it here. Pretty cool little car. Datsun. And then the last one before we start getting into the premium stuff. This is a super fast, circa 2005. And it's the Smart for 2 Cabrio. I never understood why people buy these. I've always said smart car driven by dumb people. If you guys drive a smart car, hope you don't take offense to that, but I just don't get it. I mean, you get the same or better gas mileage in a Toyota Corolla. I just don't understand why somebody would drive something so ugly and so unsafe. But I don't have a smart... Actually, I do have a smart car. I have a Maisto. Of course, the Matchbox is better than the Maisto, though. These are nice. Some of the nicer wheels Matchbox did right here. And, of course, as usual with Matchbox, nice headlight and taillight detail. I mean, it's an ugly car. You can only make it look so good. Okay, now we get into some of the more premium stuff. We'll start with this Hot Wheels 50 Datsun 510. I never found this one in the wild. Got it for $7. Almost everybody wanted $10 for these. Well, there's one guy who only had one. And he said he's just said, I'll take $7 for it. So at $7 I bought it. I like it. I think this is the nicest 510 wagon that they've brought out outside of the RLC. You look at the Japan Historics and all the mainline 510 wagons that have come out. This one has pretty nice headlight and taillight detail. I just think it's quite a bit nicer. And it's a fairly simple deco. It's not a very busy deco. I would almost call this a civilian deco. So I like this car. Pretty awesome. Okay. Get into some Johnny Lightning. Praying Mantis era circa 2001. JL collection. This is the silver Chevy Tahoe. All the other I'm keeping for myself the silver and one white. I already have a blue. But all the others are sold. They sold quick, which is understandable because they were cheap. I mean, I only paid $2 a piece. I sold them for $7 a piece, and they still sold really quick. So the truck is nice. The wheels and tires suck. The stance sucks, but the truck itself is nice. It's a big, heavy, chunky. Like you could literally throw this through a double pane glass window. And it'd probably go right through it. One of the heavier castings probably in my collection. So there it is in silver. This one appears to be a little bit newer. It's actually older. Circa 1999. Johnny Lightning Classic Gold. Has the same wheels. No, they are different. Different wheels, different tires, and different detail too that we will look at. Got the trading card. This one I think looks better than the silver one because of the detail on it. It just has better detail. But here it is in white. I think this is one of the more realistic castings that Johnny Lightning did. And taillight detail is a little bit more detailed than the silver one. They could just be different model years, though. And there's your front. Yeah, $2 a piece. I think at retail these should probably sell between 10 and 15 a piece. I think they're that nice, and I think they're worth that. Okay, everything else that I have to open in this video is going to require a razor blade. I probably should have cut these before I started this, but I didn't because I don't think about that crap. So these first two that we're going to look at before we get to the green light, and a few, because there are a few Toy Pimp cars that I'm going to crack open here. But before we get to those, wow, we're going to crack open a couple of these Ertl Vintage American Muscle. We'll start here with the 1963 Ford Galaxy. These are both castings I don't have. I have had the Catalina before. I've actually had a couple of them. But the Galaxy is a casting that I never have owned. And man, it's so damn nice. These cars are so killer. The paint on this shows its age a little bit, but I'm glad I got this Galaxy because it's one of the few Ertl American Muscle castings that has lensed headlights and taillights. I shouldn't say one of the few. I'd say probably half of them. The wheels and tires on this are solid. You know, a lot of these, the tires are rotting away. These are probably the beefiest tires on any of them that I have. That's a really, really awesome looking car. So you have your translucent insert lens taillights. These do have opening trunks. Super highly detailed base. Prototypical wheels, rubber tires with tread. Separate piece side view mirror. Fender mounted. Awesome looking front grille with transparent insert lens headlights. Opening hood with a very highly detailed engine. That's a really cool car. This is one of the best Ford Galaxy castings I've seen in the scale. All right, the next one is a 62 Pontiac Catalina Super Duty. So I'm going to have to cut back further. So, of all the stuff I got at the toy show, I'm literally only keeping the Matchbox stuff and then the two Tahoes and these two. Pretty much everything else sold and turned into Toy Pimp haulage, which is how I would have preferred it anyways. So, I think I might actually like this color better than the black and the burgundy. So the Catalina has lensed headlights, but it has painted taillights. So here's the back of the car, painted taillights, a ton of detail, opening trunk, awesome looking wheels and tires. This car, of all the Ertls, probably has the best looking wheels. Steel wheels with chrome hubcaps, and these hubcaps, I believe, are extra pieces. Those little dog dish hubcaps, I'm pretty sure those are separate pieces that get glued on. Because the other, the burgundy one, the wheels are just basic Steelies. These are nice soft rubber tires too. And then the grill on this looks killer. Probably the nicest looking Pontiac grill in 1:64 scale. With transparent lensed headlights. Does have an opening hood with a highly detailed engine. This is a cool car right here. I'm really glad I picked that up. I paid $10 a piece for these two Ertls, and I think they're worth it. Okay, so the rest of these cars, which is only 6 more, these are all, well, two of them are from the toy show. I'll do those 2 first. And then the last 4 are from the Toy Pimp. So we'll do these 2 green lights from the toy show. This was an exclusive. It's a 2009 C6R Corvette with the shell livery. I have it with I have the same Vette. When this came out, it came out with the Gulf livery, and then it came out with the shell livery. And at the time, I got the Gulf. And I got, for $4, I figured I would get the shell. I don't know about you guys, but here in Phoenix, I'm really missing not having Toys R Us to get my green light. Yep, this car is sick. That is sick looking. So the base on this Corvette is like a Kyosho base, but metal. And it's not going to roll on this because it's too uneven. You really have to be on a smooth, flat surface with this car because it's got a really low stance. And man, that looks really good. I love the headlights on this. Transparent lens headlights, but look at the lenses in there. That is a killer looking car. Painted taillights. Almost look lensed, but they're painted. That's a bitchin' car right there. Carbon fiber spoiler that actually looks pretty close to scale. Alright, and then the last green light from the show is this is a hobby exclusive. It's a 2008 Ford Mustang Terlingua Racing Team number 07. 2017 copyright date on the package. I like this. As I looked at it in the package, the one thing I noticed first that I thought was really cool about this car is that it doesn't have a spoiler. I would love to see a Greenlight Fox Body Fastback released without a spoiler. I would love to see an Auto World Trans Am released, 2nd gen Trans Am released without a spoiler. But yeah, this thing is pretty cool. Number 719. Pretty good looking Mustang, I have to say. Engine is incredibly detailed. Don't even do that. That's why I hate opening these hoods. One thing about this car, this casting, is it's configured to be a convertible, so it's a plastic top. So that really sucks. But other than that, I think it's pretty well done. I like it. Nice new addition to the Greenlight collection. Next up, this is from the Toy Pimp. I picked up this 240Z. And honestly, the only reason I wanted this is because of the Dublin Racing deco. I wanted it to go with the Dublin Racing 510. So with the 240Z from Greenlight, it's not a casting that I collect. But what I am finding myself doing is anytime the 510 comes out, if there's a matching livery for a 240, I will get it so that I have the pair. I did it with the African Safari, I've done it with the Brock Racing, and now I've done it here with this Dublin. But I think this is after they fixed the stance issue. So it doesn't look awful like the first couple that came out. Huh. Okay, now we get to the last three, which are the best three cars probably of this video. The stuff that's coming in the next couple videos is going to be ridiculous. Can't wait to do it. This is a Johnny Lightning Classic Gold Miho exclusive. It's the hardtop. It's basically the clean version of the rusty version that I have. I wanted to get blue, but he was sold out of blue. I want that blue one, so I'm going to have to go probably to eBay for it. But I wanted a nice, clean civilian deco hardtop because I haven't picked one up yet. It's a really nice looking. The hardtop, I think, looks so much better than the soft top that they did. This one is pretty sweet too. This is another Miho exclusive, one of 3,600. So the red one was one of 4,800. This one is one of 3,600, and this is the Japan Metropolitan Police deco. And Greenlight has made cars with this deco. Kyosho's made cars with this deco. Tomica Limited Vintage has done cars with this deco. It's a very, very popular deco. And the spare tire came off on the back. I'll put that on real quick. That is so cool looking. Very happy to have that. Love my Toyotas, especially my Land Cruisers. What are we at? 29. I was hoping not to go over 30. I think I'm going to beat that by a couple, maybe a minute or two. Okay. Oh, I already took it out of the package. I totally forgot. So this is made by a company called TSM Model Scale Miniatures. They are a new company that does claim to be true. It says on their packaging, where did I see it? I saw it on the McLaren packaging. Oh, there we go. True Scale Miniatures Limited, Hong Kong, China. So here's the box that comes with it. And the cool thing about the box is that it actually does have a plastic insert. So if you ever want to store it away, it'll be safe. I had to get this one though because I had the blue one, which was the first one to come out. And I couldn't stand it. It was too dark. You couldn't do pictures of it. You couldn't do video of it because it just was too dark. And then they came out with the white one with the black wheels, and it was kind of the same thing. But when they came out with this one, the white car with the white wheels, I had to have it. These side view mirrors are awesome. The side view mirrors are actually rubber. So you can ding it and it's not going to tear it up. It's not going to like tear it off the car. This is a super highly detailed car. So I only have this and the McLaren, but they're bringing out cars that I will be getting. They're bringing out a Koenigsegg 1-to-1, I think, which is the way that the Koenigsegg 1-to-1 was designed. The design concept was 1 horsepower per kilogram. So if the car is going to weigh 1,000 kilograms, it's going to have 1,000 horsepower. It's the only car that's ever been made, only production car that's ever been made to that spec. It's a very hard accomplishment, but Koenigsegg did it. The thing about Koenigsegg is there is only one licensed Koenigsegg car in 1/64 scale that's ever been produced legally for public consumption, and that is the Hot Wheels Retro Entertainment, and it's about $100 car. So when Mini GT brings that Koenigsegg out, it's going to be very sought after. They're also bringing out a Toyota Supra, and there are some Mini GT cars that I am going to be picking up. But as of now, I only have this and I have the McLaren. This is, I think, a lot nicer than the McLaren from a detail standpoint. You have the lensed LED headlights, prototypical wheels, rubber tires. Obviously, everything I just said there, the McLaren also has. The big difference is with the taillights, because these are transparent lensed taillights. The McLaren taillights are painted. But you can see the back end of this is very highly detailed. You have the rear window defrost, got the Honda badge, detailed exhaust tips, highly detailed spoiler with the carbon fiber. That's a great looking Honda Civic. So that does it for this video. But stay tuned because there's going to be a whole lot more awesome stuff coming out. I got Kyosho, I got Konami, I've got Tomica Limited Vintage, I've got brands that you have not heard of before. I've got NO64. So this is just a little appetizer of what's to come. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm going to try to be back tonight with another video. Just to give you guys an idea, my haul from the Toy Pimp today, I got multiple Kyosho, but Tomica Limited Vintage alone, I got 9 new castings. 9. So I could probably do a TLV video on its own. All right. I'll talk to you all very soon. Have a great night.